Okay guys, Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope all of you are doing well. Welcome back to khamsa. आज हम एक और चैलेंज कर रहे हैं बिकॉज हम पॉडकास्ट से दूर चले गए. No one likes it. Sad.
Okay guys, I'm taking over. हम agree or disagree challenge कर रहे हैं on various topics today. मैं और बहराम एक साथ होंगे और सरोश और हुज़ैफा दूसरी साइड पे होंगे and we'll be playing agree or disagree on a spectrum.
Yes, so away from the camera is agree or towards the camera is disagree.
As you've seen in the start. Thank you, editor. And let's begin.
अच्छा, पहला question.
So what's the first?
Football is the greatest sport of all time.
उसको बोलने तो दो. Agree. It is. छोड़ दे.
Greatest.
It is.
Greatest.
Clear है. फुटबॉल से कोई कुछ नहीं कंपेयर कर सकता.
Football is the world sport.
अच्छा, हम दोनों का तो कंसेंसस है यही.
Football is the world sport. It's viewed by the most people.
Why is it not?
अच्छा, what's the sport that's bigger than
Greatest
football?
फिलहाल इसमें यहाँ पे
Big. देखो in terms of bigger than what in revenue that it generates.
यार आप हमेशा
यार,
पैसों के गुलाम
bigger
ही रहते
what?
हैं.
ठीक है हम कॉर्पोरेट स्लेव्स हैं बट हर चीज में प्रॉफिट नहीं
I don't think it's the
It's
biggest.
the biggest sport in terms of how many countries are involved, how many people are
तो
involved.
Olympics है.
नहीं.
Olympic is not one
Olympic
sport.
isn't a sport, it's an event.
In an event.
We're not talking about an event. We're talking about
The
sport.
I-
It's a single sport.
Over 200 countries.
Including Pakistan. Pakistan भी खेलती है जैसी मर्जी है
As
इसमें.
everyone see.
लेकिन
Ranking में तो है ना, क्रिकेट में 20 से ज्यादा टीम्स नहीं हैं. क्रिकेट is the second
Cricket
biggest
isn't
sport.
that big. नहीं मैं I don't think it's.
फुटबॉल के क्वालिफायर्स चलते हैं 4 साल पहले से.
Yes.
क्रिकेट में क्या भाई कितनी
हाँ लेकिन वो
फुटबॉल
तो मेरा bias
फुटबॉल
था.
के
I
वर्ल्ड
don't-
कप के फाइनल की जो ऑडियंस है, it's bigger than
व्यूअरशिप में सबसे ज्यादा है,
it's bigger
खेलने
than
में सबसे
any
ज्यादा
any
है,
other sport.
पार्टिसिपेंट सबसे ज्यादा
Well,
है.
I still don't think it's
नहीं,
the
फिर आप
greatest.
कोई-
In terms of numbers अगर देखो तो sure, but I like in terms I don't know. मतलब personal bias है. I don't like
No,
football as
what
much.
sport do you think is the biggest sport then?
I think इस
It's
तरह नहीं है
not
कि
what's the best sport, it's the biggest sport.
अच्छा biggest तो हाँ best नहीं.
So you agree? We're over here now.
Okay.
नहीं लेकिन मतलब in your opinion तुम्हें क्या लगता है कि कौन सी ऐसी
Which
sport है
is
जो
यानी कि
बेहतर है?
counter दे दो ना
बेहतर है
कि-
फुटबॉल से. ये नहीं कि मतलब बेस्ट लेकिन बेहतर कौन सी है फुटबॉल से.
Guys, we didn't sign up for the debate team
हाँ,
तो
sure.
we
F1
reached
है.
a consensus.
I mean मतलब it मेरा तो like I'm biased कि I don't like it.
तो वापस दरमियान में रखा.
हाँ, लेकिन it is the biggest.
Next question.
I thought
please.
best की बात होगी.
Best भी वैसे है.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
That's,
true. वो भी.
that's for another day.
उस दिन मैं छुट्टी करूँगा ज़मर की तरह. I will.
Okay, people who wear skinny jeans should be in prison.
अच्छा I don't understand the whole.
So just for context, this is agree.
I don't understand the hatred with skinny jeans. But
यानी
skinny
मुझे
jeans-
आपकी टांगे नहीं देखनी उस शेप में.
Was in मतलब a few years back काफी लोग
यार it
लड़के
doesn't
पहनते
look
थे.
clean.
हाँ,
बिल्कुल
लेकिन
इसमें ना
now-
neatness है ना वो है. It's
लेकिन like for me need like too much baggy jeans. Don't
no,
look
we're not
cute.
talking about baggy.
No.
Regular fit we just have
हाँ
straight
regular
cut.
fit yeah.
Skinny जो है ना, skinny वो है जो पूरी आपकी टांग के साथ wrinkle हुई होती है, मतलब full जुड़ी
यानी
होती है.
Leggings,
आपको पूरी
हाँ,
basically
jeans की leggings.
हाँ
Yeah.
वो तो फिर गलत किया.
So agree.
agree.
None of
Rappers
us-
पहनते थे with their pants down to show their boxers and stuff. आजकल भी पहनते हैं. It's a thing amongst the new generation.
नहीं, I don't think skinny jeans are
किसी की
skinny
नई
jeans are in.
boxers देखी.
Certain rappers still do.
सिर्फ
Unfortunately.
Nah, man.
बोल
वो
बोल.
उसामा
Certain-
देख
Not
देख
my
लेना.
rappers.
Not my rappers either. लेकिन I've just seen that.
Drake का तो आएगी भी नहीं. Sorry.
I wish he did wear skinny jeans.
Pause. Next question.
Any jeans are better than no jeans.
Yes, sorry.
ये हम कट कर.
We're not
Agree.
cutting this. ये cut नहीं
नहीं ये
होगा.
कट नहीं होगा भाई. क्यों
Okay,
cut?
next question.
सबको अब बताओ आपने ट्विटर पे
Aloo
वीडियो
should
देखी
be
भाई.
included in biryani.
I mean
तुम्हारा क्या है? Agree ना? Agree.
मतलब निकाल दो if you don't like it.
Yeah, like
say-
it's adding to it. It's not taking away from it.
Yeah.
लेकिन इसमें मसला मैं बताता हूँ क्या होता है. When you order बिरयानी और वो चावलों की जगह आलू यूज कर लेते हैं. That is what. So it's not like a total agree. Like yeah.
नहीं लेकिन मतलब
क्या मतलब?
आलू तो ये है ना
I think
कि
Like it takes place, man.
आलू
on
तो
a
ये है
plate.
कि मतलब if you don't like it तुम साइड पे
Yeah.
कर सकते हो. इलायची की
या
तरह
फेंक
नहीं है
लो
ना कि
किसी पे
मतलब
वो।
मुंह में सरप्राइजिंगली आ जाएगा.
Yeah.
लेकिन आलू फिर भी एक दफा आपने एक चीज को अंदर
भाई, उससे
उसमें
तो हिलाओ।
ऐड कर दिया ना.
वो
ये
agreed है.
नहीं
अच्छा,
इतने
तो agreed है।
बहुत कम agreed है.
Like fully agreed नहीं है. हम भी
मतलब कि
ठीक है,
एक
इतना
दफा
मतलब
आप उसको
थोड़ा
बीच
ज्यादा
में
इतना।
दाल के साथ पका दो ना तो उसका फ्लेवर ऐड हो जाता है. आप जितना भी उसको निकाल दो फ्लेवर टू सम एक्सटेंट रहता है आलू का.
I like the flavor.
हाँ
हाँ मैं वो कह रहा हूँ कि उसको निकालना isn't you know
नहीं,
the
I don't
best
think उसका
option.
flavor
इतना
potato
flavor
इतना
नहीं
वो
होता
सीन नहीं है जिसका जैसा unlike
I've
tomatoes
experienced
उसका
जो-
flavor निकले.
जो पाकिस्तान में जो फेमस बिरयानी है उसमें होता है.
कराची की
कराची
बिरयानी
की
होता
बिरयानी
है.
में
कराची
हाँ.
people please let us know. I think होता है
हाँ,
कराची
नहीं,
में
होता है,
Please
कराची
get
है।
help.
Okay.
कराची में होता है.
For just a general statement क्या biryani specific.
Generally as well.
My mother would agree with that.
अच्छा इसको थोड़ा आहिस्ता मारते हैं. I think उसकी ऑडियो भी उसमें आएगी.
Sorry.
You should only purchase authentic luxury watches.
नहीं Huzaifa, I
completely
do
disagree.
agree with it.
I completely agree. I think अगर आपके पास if you don't have the wealth to own that kind of watch, so don't get a watch. in
Yeah,
the
what's
first
the
place.
यानी
I
the
believe-
whole point of a luxury watch is कि वो उस तरह
It's an
अच्छी सी
investment.
बनी होती है.
It's an investment.
It's an investment as well.
हाँ, watches की price always
लेकिन
appreciate.
well, you're not paying for the tag. You're paying for what comes with the
for
tag.
instance, if you're somebody who's
When it
into
comes to watches,
just like
at least.
wearing watches, ठीक है. If you're just somebody who likes to wear watches, it doesn't matter. तुम कोई कौन सी भी लो, लेकिन I feel like
हाँ देखो if
लेकिन
you
don't
have
get
money
the,
तो
you
फिर
know,
तो
Now,
the
but like
fake-
originals में there
fake
are a lot of nice
Rolexes और उस
cheaper
तरह.
options as well.
Then
I feel like a good original watch that isn't too expensive is better than a fake replica of a
Exactly.
very expensive watch.
I don't think so. No one can tell के हाथ पे कि कौन सी ओरिजिनल है कौन सी नहीं है. एक
Why are you trying to fit in then? मतलब आप
तो फिर
अपनी
किस लिए ले रहे हो?
फेक अगर आप रोलेक्स ले रहे हो उससे बेहतर है आप कोई असली
क्यों?
कोई कैसियो ले
Because
क्यों?
Casio की कुछ dials बहुत प्यारे होते हैं.
Exactly.
अरे
Very sleek
किसी
and
को अगर वो
elegant.
फेक प्यारी लगे फिर
तो get your money up मतलब
तो पैसे हो तो फिर
Everyone-
कोई मसला नहीं.
Osama.
everyone has the same 24
कोई मतलब
ये बॉय अभी ग्रेजुएट होगा.
नहीं लेकिन फिर भी यार I don't get the point. Like why do you want
हाँ मतलब अगर
My-
नहीं है तो
my
हाँ,
point is-
similar
पैसे-
styles
Yeah.
are available in other manufacturers
Nobody's
as well.
expecting कि यहाँ पे कोई Patek Philippe watches या कुछ इस तरह की चीज आप
मैं
वो
एक्सपेक्ट
करोगे.
कर
Why
रहा
not?
हूँ इंशाल्लाह.
Well, not right now. ठीक है.
Obviously not right now.
इंशाल्लाह.
अल्लाह में प्लीज.
सही है लेकिन
I
thing is-
wouldn't. पता है I wouldn't buy a
हाँ you could get
500,000
Then why would you buy the same style सस्ते में?
Because literally same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. वो engineering होती है proper एक
नहीं,
watch
नहीं,
में.
क्या
the-
करना है
yeah,
तुम्हें engineering?
what
Iron
do
Man
you call
suit
them?
बनेगा
What do you call those watches? वो यार जो हमारी बात पे होती है. What do you call those watches?
ये शोधी मार रहा है. We don't talk about express.
नहीं नहीं यार हम लोग उन watches की बात करते हैं ना यार वो क्या होती है वो winding वाली watches.
हाँ हाँ.
हाँ those are good. ठीक है they're expensive. वो आप मतलब you can't get them.
तो
for cheap.
सेल डालो ना भाई. ये क्या कर रहे हो आप?
okay moving
यार
on.
वो एक
नहीं,
art है.
कितना-
That's an art.
where are you moving this?
मैं तो इसको यहाँ पे रखूँ. If
तो-
not here.
okay you guys need to decide फिर.
यार क्योंकि मैं बहुत strongly agree पे हूँ.
I am strongly disagree. So we come back to neutral.
लेकिन न्यूट्रल पे हम रख नहीं सकते. We have to switch. अच्छा चलो खैर.
0.01% मैं मान लेता
ठीक है. We're slightly towards agree.
हूँ. 0.0000.
But still falling into this category.
behind every successful man is a woman.
Agreed. वहाँ ले जाओ इसको.
नहीं मैं कहूँगा कि
Oh.
it depends.
Astaghfirullah.
मैं बहुत subjective
यार,
है लेकिन I would say कि
without-
it can be.
This amount of support जो आपको अपने partner से मिलता है. You can't really go
I feel like
too far in life.
हाँ I feel like emotional support is important.
Very important.
लेकिन does it
Emotional
have to
support-
come from a woman?
Yes.
Yes, because we are
Yes.
paired with women.
नहीं,
ठीक है
अच्छा-
ना, इस तरह की कोई
No,
बात
you
नहीं.
can have friends around you जो
But
when
कोई
I
friend-
say women I mean you know your partner.
Partner,
or
yeah.
You
someone
want.
you're
I don't
married
think
to,
anyone
or
can
a
compare to my
girlfriend or
partner.
something.
जो मर्जी हो जाए. Not my friends can. None of my friends can come to that level.
Sad.
So you can't be successful जब तक you don't have a partner.
नहीं, but
No,
like, we have-
that's why I
ये
strongly
भी-
agree पे मैं नहीं हूँ. मैं agree पे हूँ कि I
Like
need
mostly,
that.
I think you'll
Yeah.
see. कि like you need
Okay,
the
मैं
aspects that
थोड़ा इसको इधर करूँगा.
नहीं, why do you think क्यों नहीं?
क्योंकि I think it's more about your own ability to stay cool and handle everything. It's not always about emotional support. Some people are better at
support.
Some people are better at compartmentalization and handling everything on their own, just locking it up, and even that works. It like in terms of a monetary success, that works.
But you still need some sort of support. यानी unless आपको उधर से support मिल रहा, you cannot do anything independently as well.
You can. There are examples of people who have
जैसे कि?
done stuff, independently.
जैसे कि
Just okay, ठीक है.
Okay,
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
In Pakistan, I would say Imran Khan.
यानी
नहीं, मैं-
यानी ये scene है.
boy has 3 कितने
नहीं, छोड़.
But that's
Not
not
counting.
support from
नहीं,
a
लेकिन
partner,
वही ना,
वो
like-
his partner.
That's what I'm saying कि
had
यानी
to go because of the
success
issues.
के लिए जरूरी नहीं है, but it helps a
multiple
lot.
different partners रहे हैं ना, and then he kept
जब से जमाइमा
ये-
की उसकी डिवोर्स हुई और जब तक he became the prime minister, तब तक उसकी कोई पार्टनर नहीं था.
I would think he was more अच्छा खैर different debate.
सही है.
And he's not the best example of it. लेकिन
अच्छा नहीं तो end पे तुम लोग यहाँ थे?
Yes.
More on
Not
the-
We were
fully agree.
slightly,
यानी strong.
slightly,
Okay.
slightly.
Yeah,
Slightly agree to agree. चलो हाँ ठीक है.
Yeah.
मतलब हम दोनों का जहाँ consensus है.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Babies shouldn't be allowed on regular flights.
As someone who has never been on flights,
Yeah, नहीं, it's
but
the most
I
annoying.
It's the
but
worst.
yeah, I think
People who have their babies on board need to handle them better or take care of them better.
Lekin
I
I
think
just don't be careless.
I think
sometimes
with your
parents
baby
are trying
while-
and I do appreciate that, but कुछ parents मैंने
नहीं,
ऐसे
जो try
देखे हैं
नहीं करते.
जो नहीं try करते ना बिल्कुल भी दो
नहीं, I
उनको भी
think
ban
ये वो
करते
वाला है
हैं.
जो उसामा before the video कह रहे थे कि it's better to let them have their own little डब्बा.
Yeah, they should have their own cabin.
मतलब
उनकी
they
अपनी
need to
In
cabin
an
होनी
ideal
चाहिए.
situation
Give
वो
them a
होगा.
smaller plane or something या कोई.
नहीं को 5 रोज का एक डब्बा बना दो ना मैं. कितने ही को
जिसके भी बच्चे हैं
Yeah,
वो
yeah.
अलग फ्लाइट पे जाए. मतलब ये बीच में
what flight में
Either control your
अलग
children.
फ्लाइट दो ना उनको, जिनके बच्चे हैं उनको अलग बना के दो.
Fair enough.
चलो
या नहीं मेरी पूरी फ्लाइट खराब हो जाती है.
एग्जैक्ट मतलब मेरा क्या कसूर है कि किसी के बच्चे हैं और वो पीछे बैठ के पूरा टाइम बस रो रहे हैं. या तो उनको चुप कराओ या किसी तरह उनको कुछ कन्विंस करो किसी चीज
नहीं
पे.
मेरा ये नहीं कि even if यानी चुप नहीं आप करा पा रहे लेकिन एटलीस्ट try.
try.
A lot of
हाँ,
parents
मतलब
don't even
वही
try.
ना, वही.
वो
बस
अपने
छोड़
फोन पे
देते
लगे
हैं.
होते हैं पेरेंट्स काफी
हाँ,
उनका
कि बस
बच्चा
हमारी अपनी headline.
क्रेजी
ऐसे like this.
If you're choosing to have a baby, learn to take care of it.
yeah
That-
that
Is not how babies work, but okay.
नहीं बढ़िया ही भाई आप
नहीं, that is how they work. बस
That's-
आप इतने
लेकिन
बच्चे ना लो दुनिया में अगर आपको नहीं उनका ख्याल रखना.
that is
There you go.
another question.
नहीं सही कह रहे हो.
You should be friends with your ex.
Should be.
There is no as in there is no
Should you be
harm
friends
in
with your
being friends with your ex.
There is no harm.
You should be.
I'd say थोड़ा
Yes,
सा.
like
थोड़ा
there's
सा-
no harm in it.
Yeah.
There is harm in it.
ये मेरा opinion है. You can move.
Yeah,
your
that
bottle
हम
wherever
agree
you
कर
want.
रहे हैं.
लेकिन इतना disagree.
अच्छा सॉरी वो थोड़ा ज्यादा आगे हो गया है. यानी this is the center line ना.
Yeah.
तो हल्का सा यार slightly.
Like if it ended well and you guys have like moved past it.
But you
तो
I
फिर
don't
That's
think
not being friends.
ending well.
इसलिए मैं यहाँ तक
Ending
नहीं
well.
कर रहा.
Ending well is not
मैं
being
इसलिए
friends.
यहाँ तक नहीं कर
नहीं,
रहा.
also I don't
यहाँ
think there
तक
is
कर
any like ending if you ended well with an ex. अच्छा चलो never mind.
नहीं बोलो
Go on,
please
please, we want to know.
we need to know.
I just think like in my personal experience I don't think ending well in my personal experience that I've seen
Around us.
Around.
Yeah, not us directly.
हाँ
Yeah, we
we
never.
लेकिन I just think if you ended well so there was a problem from somewhere like that
थोड़ा explain करोगे
Okay.
समझ.
Moving on.
moving on.
Cousin marriages shouldn't be normalized anymore.
Shouldn't be normalized.
They should be legal but shouldn't be normalized.
Like you can't illegalize.
Obviously, nah. वो तो if
If
it's
I
allowed.
उसने तो
if
दिखा
I
दो
was in
भाई.
power, I would make them illegal. लेकिन
नहीं illegal वाली बात
US
नहीं, but
president
like इतना
Osama था है.
I think at least for like a decade या कुछ साल
Yeah,
illegal
so-
होनी जरूरी है to bring the rates down. Currently statistically Pakistan में out of all marriages, 61% of the marriages are cousin marriages.
So मतलब
ठीक है?
Which means कि out
3 in
of
5
us,
people.
or yeah.
3 in
मतलब-
5 people marry their cousins.
If Zammar is also here, हाँ. So not me.
A
So
lot
one
of
of these
inbreeding, a lot of medical issues. You know,
Yeah, that does make
probably him.
मतलब at some हमें क्या पता कहीं से हम सब भी cousins हों अगर इतनी cousins
हम कौन शादी कर रहा है भाई आप?
हमारे
नहीं,
हमारे
but like-
ancestors ने मतलब कोई आपस में कुछ शादियां की।
मेरा तो ऐसा कोई इरादा नहीं है.
sense. Welcome back, guys. It's like issues.
technical issue.
अच्छा, okay. What
Next
next
question.
question is how?
Dogs are better than cats. I would
यार
agree,
मुझे किसके
yeah.
साथ बिठा दिया यार? कुछ हम आपस में ही नहीं agree
मुझे
करते.
लगता है हम तीनों को एक साइड पे होना चाहिए
हाँ.
उसको
They're not better. मतलब it depends on.
As a pet.
As a pet,
I don't think they're better.
अच्छा
They need more.
अच्छा हाँ
maintenance.
वैसे dogs are high maintenance.
लेकिन they're loyal, they can protect you.
हाँ
Loyalty
बिल्लियाँ तो
शादी
जैसे
कर
बड़ा
लो ना भाई.
कमर में छुरी मार देंगी ना, ऐसा थोड़ी हो रहा है.
नहीं है।
कुत्ते से ही लॉयल्टी क्यों चाहिए?
Yo, chill.
यार ये फिर हम कट कर रहे हैं।
क्यों कट
नहीं
कर रहे
नहीं
हैं? सब
हर चीज नहीं करते.
पीछे क्यों कट कर रहे हैं?
अच्छा नहीं कर रहे. आगे कंटिन्यू द कन्वर्सेशन.
हाँ अच्छा कि एक जो you know when you come home after a day तो एक कुत्ता है like, it's an animal that's happy to see you, you know, it's happy to be alongside you. जहाँ के एक बिल्ली है, बिल्ली they don't give a shit, वो पूरा दिन
तो अच्छी
पड़ी
बात है
होती
bro.
ठीक है एक मिनट. आई लव डॉग्स, मुझे बहुत यानी आई डू वांट वन, लेकिन
Also
बात होती है
cleanliness
जिस
ना.
टाइम तुम्हारी ये वाली बात है ना कि इफ यू आर टायर्ड ऑल डे और तुम घर आओ ये
हाँ.
ब्रो नहीं मेरे में इतनी एनर्जी
तू घर आया,
कि मैं उसको अकोमोडेट
अच्छा
कर
मेरे में
पाऊँ.
है, मुझे अच्छा लगता है to you know like take a dog for a
लेकिन
walk
also
and all that.
प्रॉब्लम विद क्लीनलीनेस भी तो है.
या
जब आप बिल्ली रखते हो ना, आपके पास एक लेटर बॉक्स होता है, उस लेटर बॉक्स में बिल्ली शी डज अ बिजनेस, ठीक है. एंड आई हैव बीन टू लाइक पीपल्स होम्स जिनके पास बिल्लियां वगैरह होती, एंड व्हेरेवर यू नो कोई बिल्ली ज्यादा टाइम स्पेंड करती, दैट प्लेस स्मेल्स, इट स्टिंक्स. लोगों ने अपने कमरों में भी रखे होते
तो
हैं,
वो
it
तो
stinks.
लोगों का मसला है ना
नहीं
भाई.
मैं आई एम सेइंग कि यू हैव टू like keep up the maintenance litter
I
box
would
वगैरह.
say I've experienced the same with dogs.
You need to train a dog, that is different. Once you
Again,
train
I
it,
don't think they're better.
once
because-
you train it शुरू के कुछ महीनों में, then you're good. You take them out, you know clean that out there, it's all good.
लेकिन-
बिल्लियों के साथ you have to do
like
it
I
regularly.
still think I wouldn't come
Okay,
across to
okay.
it.
हाँ मैं भी
हाँ.
fully agree नहीं कर रहा
Slightly-
क्योंकि बिल्लियों के भी
slightly
अपने advantages हैं.
slightly towards
Yeah.
cats.
Okay, you shouldn't go to Umrah for honeymoon.
As a honeymoon. देखो, okay, so here's the problem. In terminology, I agree with you. Like, I guess कि
Like honeymoon की जो एक मतलब है, उसके जो एक essence है, that's completely different from you know going on
वैसे
on an umrah.
what does a honeymoon
Technically, देखो, a honeymoon is more about spending time with your partner, whereas an umrah is about spending time with God or getting spiritually closer. I think that's a very weird
नहीं,
concept
लेकिन
that
so
has
a
come up
honeymoon is a
recently,
holiday
जिसकी
taken by
शादी होती है,
newlyweds
umrah
after
पे
they're
जाते
wedding
हैं.
to celebrate their marriage.
To celebrate
Okay,
their marriage, you can
decipher
go.
that as you will, लेकिन it's still not
So depends on
about, it's not about God.
नहीं, question क्या है?
कि you shouldn't go to Umrah for your honeymoon.
I think I will move it here after the definition. मतलब you can, but like
It's a
It's
celebration
how
of
you
your marriage.
perceive it, लेकिन मैं जैसे
Yeah, it's
perceive करता
celebration
हूँ,
of your marriage.
लेकिन
You
हाँ, as a
celebrate,
wait, अगर
you can go to
celebration
God
तो
to,
फिर
you know, thank and stuff.
slightly more on the disagree. चले जाओ भाई, you're celebrating your
you
marriage.
can still
So,
go.
yeah.
You can go for an Umrah and then you can go for a honeymoon. You shouldn't mix those two.
No,
up.
honeymoon का
पैसे
concept
भाई,
तो that.
पैसे.
यार
यार नहीं खैर नहीं.
नहीं मतलब my point is पाकिस्तान में इतना नहीं है पैसा कि भाई
अगर आपके पास
4-5
पैसे
countries-
इतने हैं कि आपके पास चॉइस है या उम्रे पे जाने की या कहीं और जाने की, कहीं और जाना चाहिए
नहीं.
हनीमून के लिए.
नहीं, if it's a
It's just a
celebration of your
celebration
marriage ना.
It's not.
लेकिन
it's
people
not, like,
label
साथ
it
होने का.
their honeymoon. That's not
It's
how
a
it should.
celebration of
नहीं
marriage
नहीं,
ना.
that's not how it works.
मतलब-
मेरे लिए that's not my
हाँ
perception
ना,
of
so like
honeymoon.
that's why it's there.
Yeah.
But like I just think if it's a celebration of marriage and you can celebrate it, you can celebrate your marriage through an Islamic lens as well, which is I would think if you're doing that तो हाँ एक noble.
Then why are you not all the way?
मतलब
इतने strong thoughts नहीं है हमारे उसके
हाँ,
बारे
मतलब
में.
it's-
That's why
I
we're
don't
not
really-
all the way
हाँ.
over there.
नहीं, लेकिन he said that he would be willing to do that, तो इसलिए
नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूँ, it's a noble-
strong opinion से नहीं है ना उसके बारे में.
iPad babies shouldn't be a thing. As in, you know, they shouldn't be provided with such
Agreed.
facilities.
यार, I
at
don't
that
think
age.
आपको starting years में एक बच्चे को digital facilities देनी चाहिए.
बिल्कुल भी नहीं. But here's my problem.
Towards?
You're in favor of
कि दे दो.
iPad parenting?
To an extent, yeah.
What is that extent?
I would agree with him slightly as well. इस बात पे क्योंकि मतलब जिस एज में हम रह रहे हैं, ठीक है, to be मतलब well versed with
Competent.
technology,
Yeah.
ठीक है, is a good thing.
नहीं,
Well versed आप
नहीं, but like
कौन सा बच्चा
you
iPad
have- नहीं,
They learn a
नहीं ना,
lot.
they learn
if
about
you're
it.
if
नहीं,
you're
लेकिन वो
monitored way में दे देना चाहिए. But if it's
but like not
unmonitored-
के पास.
हाँ, because
here's
the
my
type
problem.
of content which is
From what
online आजकल,
yeah.
that can shape
Also
the baby
being on
बहुत ही
Instagram and
negatively.
stuff and all of those things, मतलब social media पे तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं होना चाहिए.
नहीं, लेकिन
सोशल मीडिया पे तो कोई 2 साल का बच्चा नहीं होता, लेकिन they're just watching YouTube videos.
Even
YouTube पे ही इतना
का
messed up
bro.
content आ गया यार, वो completely एक बच्चे को एक direction में लेके
Yeah.
जाना चाह रहे हैं, which I don't think we agree.
Also,
your side पे
my
जाना
problem
चाहिए.
is
Yeah,
the problem with this debate is कि it's
YouTube पे नहीं, मैं ये सिर्फ कह रहा हूँ कि like the babies I've seen जो iPad kids होते हैं, they're usually on YouTube Kids or something, और उस पे Cocomelon वगैरह इस तरह की चीजें
Cocomelon
देखते
में
हैं.
भी
it
अच्छा
starts
content
from
नहीं है.
Baby
Cocomelon,
Shark
guys.
do.
I don't think
It was always Baby Shark and then
हाँ.
babies.
That's messed up. Dude.
यार ये कहाँ चली जाती है बात. Okay, next question. I think we're on 20 minutes. ठीक है.
How I'm pretty sure it's kind of famous because Baby Shark is the most viewed
Yeah.
video. on
And
YouTube.
Ryan's Toys is a billionaire now. Yeah.
Billion B.
Yeah, B.
नहीं bro. नहीं.
और ये 2-3 साल पहले
बात
हो
कर
गया.
वीडियो गाना बनाते हैं. सीधी सी बात. छोड़.
The Dark Knight trilogy is the best superhero like movie.
I fucking love the Dark Knight trilogy. यानी मेरे लिए उससे बेहतर मूवी नहीं है कोई.
Dark
Iron Man.
No bro, कोई सीन ही नहीं Iron Man.
I
का.
mean,
नहीं, in
मजाक
terms
कर रहा
of cinematic experience,
Cinematic experience or
Endgame was the best. ठीक है. In terms of
I
cinematic,
don't
if you
agree with
that. I
followed
don't
it
agree
through,
with you.
नहीं, if you followed it through,
That's-
पूरा.
नहीं वो it's emotion driven ज़्यादा.
It's obviously
Endgame is emotion driven.
emotion
तो
driven.
emotions
ठीक है,
तो
I
होने चाहिए
agree
ना.
with the aspect
चाहिए,
that Batman
because-
is more realistic in terms of what happens in
यार
the movie.
उसमें character building,
ठीक है.
उसमें पूरा एक जिस तरह जर्नी होती है जिसमें हमें साथ लेके जाते हैं
हाँ.
और फिर अगेन सिनेमा जिस तरह उसने डायरेक्टेड.
And I also think Endgame is a bit of an overrated experience in terms of true cinematography.
I think वो बस hype
no,
बहुत heavy
if you
किस्म की बनी थी.
followed it सही तरह पूरा शुरू से,
यानी मैंने
it was
from Iron Man देखी है. If I go back and watch Endgame,
Yeah.
मैं इतना
Yeah,
खुश
not
नहीं
as
होगा
much
आज.
as the Dark Knight trilogy.
और मैं
Do you
Dark
think-
Knight I watch it like
नहीं
every
वो जो
every
month.
year, and
आखिरी जो वो Thanos
Ritual.
वाला experience होता है, don't you think like that was मतलब
नहीं, the
One
Dark
time-
Knight, the
one
Dark
time.
Knight trilogy की जो आखिरी
Yeah,
ending है,
yeah.
आखिरी 5 मिनट की.
I agree with
नहीं
थोड़ा सा
नहीं
तो
जैसे for instance देखो वो जो ये जैसे मूवी में जो बिल्डअप होता है, जैसे वो Avengers की एक मुझे नाम भूल गया, वो जिसमें विजन वाली जो Avengers होती है जिसमें वो कैप्टन अमेरिका वो हैमर लिफ्ट करने की कोशिश करता है,
Age of Ultron.
हाँ, Age of Ultron, और फिर वो जो उसका रेफरेंस इन दैट फाइटिंग सीक्वेंस होता है
बहुत
वो-
अच्छा. It's-
ठीक
ठीक
है.
है.
To have that as a cinematic
लेकिन-
experience is
The
something
Dark
else.
For
Knight,
once.
the Dark Knight trilogy की जो आखिरी 5 मिनट की जो पूरी ending है,
उससे
it
बेहतर
comes
ending
full
मैंने कभी
circle,
नहीं
पूरी
देखी.
trilogy.
हाँ नहीं ठीक है.
There's artistic integrity.
क्या
in
क्या
it.
है मैंने पूरी
There's like वो भी foreshadowing वाला scene.
हाँ, बिल्कुल शुरू से लेके end
I
तक there's
think
a
it-
lot of.
Oh hello.
नहीं अब अगला क्वेश्चन
अच्छा मैं there's no way end game को मैं इससे ऊपर लाने दूंगा.
A girl having a guy best friend is a deal breaker.
And a guy having a girl best
Yeah,
friend is
both
a deal
ways.
breaker. It,
Yeah.
both ways. Like because we're guys, so we're gonna talk from the guy's perspective.
do it.
Do you disagree?
Is it a deal breaker?
Is it a
yeah,
deal-
नहीं as in it's not a deal breaker ना.
I would-
मैं थोड़ा यहाँ पे करूँगा.
It
मैं-
is a
मैं थोड़ा
deal
सा
breaker
यहाँ
for
पे
me.
कर-
Deal breaker का मतलब है you wouldn't pursue it.
Yes. Not fully, यानी बिल्कुल ही ना कर दूंगा, but it would sway me towards not
I
pursuing
think
it.
enough said on this. Let's move on.
I am over here. You can.
ये तो डिबेट थी. अच्छा खैर.
हाँ.
अच्छा कर लो debate.
मतलब I think
आप भी करो, आप भी मेरे साथ हो
मेरा
जाइए.
इतना strong इस पे
मुझे
opinion
नहीं लगता
लेकिन
it's very subjective to the kind of relationship. they
yeah.
have.
मतलब like it depends on the relationship that they have in with each other now. Best friends say ये हैं, but like
नहीं मेरे लिए
what type
it's,
of best friend?
It's yeah, है मेरे लिए भी सही है.
Male,
He's
but
right.
yeah. I am over. Like,
नहीं मैं थोड़ा.
Okay,
slightly.
final statement.
Last question.
There should be a cap on the number of babies a couple can have.
It's a tricky topic.
I would,
Not really. I think हमारी population पहली बहुत crisis में
Yeah, it's
nationally,
for
globally,
those reasons you
like
can't.
chill out, child labor के issues, environmental issues, sustainability issues.
You're pushing out more children than you can manage.
Yeah, just
but the problem is I
calm down.
don't think हमारी society में मसला is only that. Like I don't think you cap it at 1 or 2 and then सब कुछ ठीक.
नहीं I
मसला
think
system का है.
4 is a reasonable number.
3 to 4 is fine. Yeah.
हाँ 3 to 4
Yes,
तक
मतलब
allowed
as in
होना चाहिए.
People having
7 8 जिस तरह होते हैं 10 20
yeah, that's mainly because the
I thought
Yeah.
like the cap was at 1 or 2.
thing of
फिर I would
contraceptives
say
is very
फिर तो agree. सही है.
frowned upon.
क्या?
कि contraceptives are very frowned upon.
we need
That's
to
why
change
we
that.
have,
We need
yeah.
to change that as well. वो भी it's not an acceptable.
यार
opinion.
हमें अच्छा
frowned upon नहीं होने चाहिए. But
Yeah, you should be. हाँ,
ये solution नहीं है कि आप instead 20 बच्चों की line लेके बैठे हैं.
सही बात है.
I think that is one in
देखो अगर
करोड़.
देखो you come from a poor family ठीक है. आप
20 बच्चों की नहीं होनी चाहिए.
नहीं आपके 10 बच्चे हैं ठीक है. आप नहीं the usual thought process एक और जो यहाँ पे common it's that ज्यादा बच्चे होंगे ज्यादा काम करेंगे they'll earn more ठीक है.
ये लोग
लेकिन 10 बच्चे आपके हैं ठीक है. First of all they're getting exploited जो कि हम यहाँ पे उसको मानते नहीं है लेकिन they are
I
ठीक है.
mean, no,
Sweatshops
like,
वगैरह में.
if someone is of the opinion के more hands, more money coming in, I don't think उनका problem is child rights. उनका problem is
ठीक है हाँ
eating.
लेकिन at the same time वो
जितने ज्यादा हो
ये
रहे हैं
एक
उतने
paradox उस sense में
I
कि वो
agree.
उसी they're earning less than they're providing.
Yes.
उसमें उनके overall family की अपना ही lifestyle और degrade होते हैं.
हाँ I agree 3-4 पे cap is good 1-2 पे I would on the
नहीं
One to the
चाइना
right,
तक
not in
नहीं हम
China.
बन रहे लेकिन 3-4
also like Korea में अभी they're going towards extinction because no babies.
हाँ नहीं both extremes are
मसले थोड़े
wrong.
different
Yeah.
हैं, but yeah.
लेकिन yes so this was agree or disagree guys. I hope you guys had fun.
There is one final question.
Never mind.
Whoa.
A remote job is better than an office 9 to 5.
I am on agree.
I disagree. I would rather have an in-person.
I feel like
I think
it
a
should be
hybrid
there.
model
क्योंकि
is the
बताओ,
best.
A hybrid model is the ideal
ये
model.
बिल्कुल neutral लोग इस
Because
क्योंकि
बिल्कुल
the
remote.
downside is कि अगर एक remote job करके you don't get to socialize.
That's the main issue.
But you can socialize in other
लेकिन
ways.
downside to having it मतलब वो is mainly in my opinion is commute. ठीक है to मतलब
Bro,
going
commute and then the resources that an office is spending, they could pretty much, like they could redirect them towards better salaries and all.
नहीं
Yeah,
लेकिन
you know, the library
I don't like the idea of इतनी individualistic और इतनी dystopian सी एक environment जिसमें office space भी नहीं ले रहे और सब कुछ remote and
Yeah.
people are
Maybe office
just
space is important.
I think
हाँ, तो
hybrid
side.
models are the best where you have the freedom to choose.
you should have the option
हाँ.
लेकिन like that
Like
doesn't make the remote
I
jobs
think
better
okay.
than
A counter question on this is 5-day office work weeks. Do you agree with them या नहीं? In the sense कि अगर एक option हो कि 5 day अपने office जाना ही जाना है या फिर 2 या 3 days and then you can do